Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. We go straight into the price section. We take a look at the 1 hour chart. Don't really want to talk about the higher level wave count again. We did that in the last few videos. So if you want to know more about that, feel free to check out the previous video. Just very briefly, we are still expecting one more low for Bitcoin in the region 14 to 14.5K, but possibly after some short-term upside. But yesterday's dip obviously changed the lower level wave count here a little bit. I'm currently leaning towards short term before we possibly go up, in this third wave highlighted here in the white circle. Before we do that, I think we will, at least that's what the market suggests at the moment and the price structure, we might see one more dip down. So as I explained, we've got three main scenarios we can follow. The first one that I still had yesterday on the chart as primary expectation would be a direct breakout to the upside without going lower. However, we will not get confirmation about that until we break really above 17,409 US dollars, above the previous high. Then we can get a direct continuation to the upside, and this wave 2 low is already in. In fact, I would then have to change the wave count a little bit, but it is that level that needs to be broken, and then we can look at maybe 18.1K as a target, okay? But that's not primary expectation anymore because of the impulsive sell-off here yesterday. So it's a 5-wave move that occurred here to the downside, at least that's my interpretation. 5 waves down indicate that we are either completed here a wave A of a larger ABC structure, which would then result in another move up, which is what is outlined on the chart here, or that we are looking at a 5-wave decline and something much more bearish is going on. So therefore it's time to be on the side of caution here. And I give you all the key levels that are relevant here. So the first scenario that is not on the chart, I just explained to you here, relevant is the 17.4K level. And in that scenario, a direct breakout scenario, this will get even less likely as soon as we drop below 16,880. Then it will get really less likely. Okay, what about this scenario we have on the chart here? The scenario we have on the chart here suggests that we moved up off the low of the 28th of November low. We moved up in a wave 1. We're now coming down in a wave 2. That we have an ABC structure here, and that we would move up in a wave 3 next. So for this scenario, and I actually forgot, I need to take out this green target box because that is not relevant for this scenario. That was relevant for the previous scenario. Now we did get into it, but I don't think anymore that we will reverse out of it to the upside. Now we could, but then we need to see the signal, a break above $17,409. Yesterday when we sold off here, we talked about this is a 5-wave move down. So in any case, I expect a bit of a recovery to the upside, which happened. And I told you that what we need to see is now, is it going to be a corrective move up or an impulsive move up? And to be honest, this really looks like a corrective move to the upside, which would suggest further continuation to the downside. At least one more leg down in a C wave. So yeah, which price levels are relevant then for this white wave 2 in circle? What is certainly relevant is we've now, and that's why we found some support here, we've come down actually to the 38.2% fib level at 16,876. More relevant would be the 16,709 level for the C wave of 2. Then we've got the 61.8 retracement, 16,541. And the last relevant level, because below that level it is very unlikely that it's still a wave 2, the last relevant level is 16,303. So it's generally, in this particular scenario, it would be this area where we will ideally find a reversal. We can specify that a little bit further in that we take the length of the A wave, take the high of the B wave and calculate a target for the C wave. And the first target would be 16,555, the 1-to-1 ratio. very close to the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement. So we've got a bit of a confluence here. Yeah, so that will be interesting. The question is now, is this wave B already in or not? And it might be, but we have again the situation that we haven't really got an impulse to the upside and we haven't really got an impulse to the downside. So both are corrective. What does that mean? That would suggest that wave B is still unfolding, and that wave B is still unfolding as a triangle, because a triangle consists of 5 waves, and a triangle consists of 5 corrective waves. Wave A, B, C, D, and E. That is certainly what could be unfolding here. It's obviously a bit early to confirm that, but we are on the 1 hour chart. You can see how we're actually heading into the apex of a triangle. So that's certainly something to keep an eye on, right? That could break out possibly even today, okay? And the idea would be a breakout to the downside. And then we might have to change the target a little bit for the C wave, because you measure it at the end of the E wave if it really is a triangle. Important for a triangle is to stay now above the B wave low, which is 16,922, and below the A wave high, which is 17,115, to make it a complete triangle. Yeah, until waves D and E are complete. But yeah, that's my interpretation. And then, of course, we still have the looming threat of that a top is already in place. But I would really only go with that as soon as we drop below 16,300. This is, bear in mind, this is the 78.6% retracement. If we drop below that level here, 16.3K, it will make a bearish scenario very likely. I mean, short-term bearish. We've got a bearish scenario for Bitcoin anyway still, in that we expect one more low, but it would mean if we drop below 16.3, it would be a strong signal that we are already dropping below the last low, and that we're going to see the 14 to 14.5K level straight away without further upside. Yeah, so medium-term target unchanged, one more low, ideally in the region 14 to 14.5K. Just how we get there in the short term is a little bit ambiguous, and we need to watch these key levels that I gave you very closely, and they should tell us which of these scenarios is going to work out. Okay, and that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.